So can you tell us, Lisa, a little bit about the neuroscience of change? What is the neuroscience of change?
This is the beautiful work that I have the luxury and honor of teaching on the corporate side, in alignment and with my teacher, my friend, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's amazing. And he really singularly helped me unravel or untangle this mess that I felt like I'd created within myself. And so to reverse engineer the process that we speak of, this journey from '08 to now, has a lot to do with the neuroscience of change. And so the beauty of the models and the tools for change, the neuroscience of change, change your mind, create new results, is the name of the workshopping we teach. It's actually really awesome work for companies, for individuals, for whole cultures that are ready to evolve. And it's 2 models and it's 4 tools for change based on neuroscience. It's not out there woo-woo, something that we can't understand or is too esoteric or too out there. It's actually scientifically founded. So that mattered to me, because if I can understand something and I can understand what the root is and understand how the process works, then why wouldn't it work for me? So the neuroscience of change walks through what is change, number 1, how we change, and then all the models and tools behind it. So it's a beautiful formula.
What is change, how to change, and all the models that we use in order to change?
The tools. Mm-hmm.
The tools. Okay. What we talked about so far, there's a lot of inner work. There's a lot of self-inquiry. There's a lot of self-reflection. So actually, change, could we say that change is an inside-out job? We first need to change from the inside in order to change our outside.
100%. And one of the core principles in this work, in Change Your Mind, Create New Results, the workshop, is the big how. How do we do that? Well, we have to think greater than our environment. If you think back to the story I shared, I had to think beyond the environment. And this is not a yay me, but this is actually what happened. I had to think beyond the successes in the environment, the compensation I was receiving, the plan that was there. Those are all things in the environment. I had to think beyond them so that I could actually think, is there something else? So if the environment is controlling us, we are not changing. It is changing us. And so to change means that we have to change. Our life, all the things in this environment out here will adjust, will change when we do inside. So you're spot on. It is an inside job, but there are models and tools to do it. So it's not a mystery anymore. And that's what I love about how the neuroscience research and epigenetic research, biological research, all has culminated into this beautiful moment in time where the big how is not so scary. We actually know what to do. It's whether we're committed to doing it.
Can you just give us another key component of that workshop that helps us to change from the inside out?
Yeah, we can get really stuck in the same, the same loops, the same thinking, feeling cycles, where we actually lose ourselves completely. And we're so used to thinking what we're thinking and feeling what we're feeling that we can't get out of the vortex of that. And so we have to actually, again, we have to slow down to be able to see the patterns that are happening within us so that we can recognize them. Otherwise, we're just in them. So it's almost like stepping out of the cage to say, oh, wow, there's the cage that I've been living in. But we can't do that if we're just going through the same loops of thinking and feeling. And so that's a key concept that we deconstruct during the workshop with very clear specificity on tools on the how. But you can't keep running at the same clip and doing the same things and thinking and feeling the same ways and expect to change. We're going to be blinded by the same day over and over again.
Once we find that loop, that pattern that we keep creating again and again, once we realize and get aware of that by slowing down, what is the next step?
When we become aware of what we were previously unaware of, that's new information. I think we can agree that we're at a vista. We're looking back at it in a different way. We're looking at ourselves in a different way. That's beautiful. So that's a milestone in and of itself. To see something about ourselves that we've never seen, that's a gift. That's a win. And so then sitting with that and saying, okay, what information can I gather from this? I keep doing this over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And now I'm standing above it, watching it. Interesting. That's the moment of choice. Do we want to stay or do we want to shift? If we actually have choice and we decide to create something new, that's where the work begins. So there's kind of pre-work to even see if we're plugged in and listening to inner voice. Then there's staying with it for long enough to actually know with clarity if we're going to stay in that scene or if it's time for us to move and shift. And I don't mean moving cities, that may come. But if we decide inside to make a change, that's when clear intention comes in. And you and I had so many beautiful conversations about clear intention when we were working together at the retreat. This is big. Because when we decide with firm intention, clear intention, then we can get this involved. We can get the body to take action. But again, back to the way of the world. We're so used to acting before we actually have clarity. We're used to going to do, run. This cool thing, that cool thing, this cool thing, that cool thing. How are we doing on the inside?